Hello, I'm Dr. Mariah Starr, and today we are going to discuss the Grameen Bank and its founder, Muhammad Yunus. We're going to discuss how it was founded, why it works, and how do we replicate its methods. So let's start with Muhammad Yunus. Who is Muhammad Yunus? Muhammad Yunus won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006 for starting the Grameen Bank and introducing microcredit to the world. So Muhammad Yunus comes from Bangladesh. He went to university in America, got his PhD in economics from Vanderbilt University in the 1970s. He married an American woman. He had a child. And when Bangladesh received its independence from Pakistan after the Pakistan-Indian War, Yunus went back to Bangladesh to get a teaching job. He came from a wealthy, prosperous family, and he got a job in the second largest city in Bangladesh, at Chittagong University. Problem was, he was teaching high economic theory at the exact time there was a famine in Bangladesh. He saw people dying on his doorstep, starving from lack of food. So he wondered, what was the use of this grand economic theory if he couldn't help these people to survive in a famine? So he went out to talk to the people who were starving and asked them what they needed in terms of money. And it turned out they needed very small amounts, total of about $20 to $25. And he said that was the shock of his life. So Muhammad Yunus pioneered what's called microcredit. He believes that credit is a universal human right, and that access to it should be available to every single person. So he would go to people and loan them $2 to $5 to start a business. Small dollars. He would go to the person in their house and record the transaction, and then they would pay back that loan in very small amounts over time. So he made it very easy for them to get a loan and to pay it back. And that's what started the microcredit revolution. The key to microcredit is that you need no collateral. No collateral. Now, collateral means in order to get a loan, you have to put up capital for the bank in case you cannot pay back the loan. So if you want to get a loan, you might have to put up your house, or you might have to have cash in the bank. In other words, you have to have money to make money. So if you have nothing, you get no loan. Muhammad Yunus said this is silly. If you have money, you don't need money. If you have nothing, you're the person who needs credit the most. So no money should lead to credit. Muhammad Yunus decided to loan money out of his own pocket. And initially that was fine. He went to a few people and he started giving out small dollars. But as he discovered more people needed more money, he learned he could not provide it all by himself. So he went to his students and they volunteered to start collecting more money to give to the people. So they went to banks, he put up his name as collateral, and they started the Grameen Bank. So why does microcredit work? There are two reasons. And this goes to the heart of banking. What is collateral, after all? Collateral is your way of telling a bank that they can trust you. In the US, you have what's called a credit score. This is also called your FICO score. It ranges from about 100 to 850. And if you have a high credit score, say above 700, you get easier credit. You pay lower mortgages. You pay lower payments on your car loan. In Bangladesh, they don't have those kinds of things. They don't have courts where you can sue people. They don't have credit scores. What they have instead are objects they use for collateral. Banks need collateral because banks need credit, which comes from credere, the Latin term, which means to trust. Banks base their entire foundation on trusting you, the borrower, to pay back the money. The question is, why do they do that? Why do banks depend on trust? Well, if you look at a typical balance sheet, let's create a balance sheet right now. You will see why trust is so important. Banks, at least for-profit banks, make their money from the interest rates on loans. That's the credit side for them. Depositors put in money into the accounts. This is the liability side, the minus side. So let's say you have 100 depositors putting in $10 each. 100 times 10. That equals $1,000. On the loan side, what you're going to do is take that 1,000 and multiply that by about 10. You're going to get 10,000. So you maintain reserves of $1,000 in the bank in deposits, but you loan out $10,000. The Federal Reserve requirement in the U.S. is about 10%, so that's $1,000. So as you can see, you're creating money out of thin air. It's fake money. This is what banks do. They invent money. It's called fiat currency. And the only way that you know the money is safe in that bank, in case the bank fails, is because the federal government insures it through the FDIC. So you have these deposits, and these are what are called liabilities. If all these 100 people start taking out their $10 in deposits, you have what's called a bank run.